Hey guys, thanks for tuning into this episode of the Media Bee Show. Please hit like and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with all of my latest interviews.
Yo, it's Tuna Gang in the building, man. It's your boy Money Carsin. You know I'm rocking with the Media Bee Show.
I am sitting down with Money Carsin.
Yeah.
All right, Money Carsin, shout out where you're from, what you've been doing, what you've been up to.
Born in Camden, stay in Carteret, so I just rep the whole Jersey, north and south. We preparing, me and the Black Tuna Gang. Shout out POS 900. I got to do that for my homie Funch, because for our little partnership that we got going. I got the single Counted Up dropping May 21st, produced by Basic Beats. Video coming out too, the whole nine.
Okay.
Spotify, everywhere. And I'm finishing up the MMC album, which stands for Mogul Mode Continues. One of my managers, the guy that owned the management company I'm signed to actually, we got real close. I've been working with them for a long time, and he passed a year or two ago.
Wow.
But if you ever, if I pull his Twitter or Instagram, anything he posts was always, motivational. And every hashtag was MMC, because he was like, Mogul Mode Continues. And he wasn't just a dude that talked about it. You know what I mean? That was his lifestyle. He was doing deals in Japan, and he was up all night, and the whole nine. It's deep, that's what he was, an entrepreneur, and he had company accounts off his own. He really was doing it from the muscle, flying to Tokyo back and forth, flying me back and forth to Cali, here's the ticket.
And the industry.
Yeah. So the Mogul Mode was really his thing. So me and my point manager, Adam Diaz, we trying to just take that, and I felt like it was only right to name the album after that. Because when he passed, I flew out to Orlando. And the night before, I was actually in the studio. My manager put me in the studio the night before his funeral. And I did this freestyle because I didn't want to do a R.I.P. song.
Yeah.
But he used to call me because he really did business in Japan. So, the time difference is crazy. So he would call me random 3 a.m.s and be like, go, let me hear something, spit something. And sometimes I have friends of his on the phone. And I'm like, come on, bro. I'm not no circus monkey.
But you never know who's in the room.
Right. And sometimes it wasn't important people. And I would body it every time.
Yeah.
So the 3 a.m. bars freestyle was really just a verse that he would have liked. It was one of the ones that I would have had in the tuck in my brain for him when he called at 3 a.m. Now check this out. What's crazier is I found out after he passed the real reason he used to do that. I thought he was just bored and loved to hear me rap. He did love to hear me rap. He was bored. But he used to tell his lady that he would do it so that I was always ready and I always had verses. And that's crazy because everywhere I go, people yo,
Jackson,
yes. And I didn't even know it. Everywhere I would go, and I go to radio stations or whatever, I body it. Not trying to be cocky, but go ahead, ask him on social media. So, and that's crazy because it was he was boot camp training me and I never peeped it. So yeah, it's only right I named the project MMC, Mogul Mode Continues.
Well, how long have you been rapping?
Probably about 15 years plus. But 15 years taking it serious as far as being in the industry and making as many of the right moves as you can and good features and dope producers and all that, really pursuing it. Probably about 15 years, to be honest with you.
Can you tell, I know when you're in it and you're in your groove, you really can't see your own evolution, but you ever listen to your old stuff?
Absolutely. I just recently, me and my man Snacks was just listening to this mixtape we did over 10 years ago called The Recipe. And I've been listening to a lot of my old stuff as I'm doing this album because there's certain things about the old Money Carsin that I really, really loved. And of course, there's certain things about the one I am today that I love and people love. So I'm at the point where I figured out, what if I could mix those two Money Carsins? Yeah. And that's actually how this album's coming along. So it's crazy you said that because I'm really literally 3 weeks into that process. I'm listening to all my old stuff.
Your old stuff is inspiring your new stuff.
Yeah.
You're not losing who you are. That's hot. Well, besides yourself and your old stuff, who are you listening to?
I listen to my partner Jay Biggs, the Jersey boy, but that's Tuna Gang, so that don't count. I listen to Funch, the Camden Kids album, but that's Tuna Gang, POS, and we got the same manager. And I'm actually kind of A&R in his project putting together, so that don't count. But I got that new Nipsey Hussle on deck. I always rock with Dave East, my homie Killer Rays. He not Tuna Gang, so that counts. My homie Camden Primo. The boy T-Dot is got it shaking in Cali all crazy. Shout out to him too. He had us over at his crib and all that when we was just out Cali shooting a video with him and Funch. I listen to A little bit of everything, to
Not
be
really
honest.
into the commercial stuff.
I don't knock it, but it ain't my bag.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not into the Yachty, I'm not into Pump, I'm not into the little guys. I'm big bro. I'm not into the little guys. You know what I'm saying?
You say
Real
that
talk.
into the little.
Yeah, I'm not into the little guys. It's new people out that I like. I
Yeah.
like Young M.A. Davies is still a new dude. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, it's new people I like. I like Don Q. I like, I even like the little white boy from Philly. What's his name? Oh, man. JP rock with him, the art history. Mac something. Little 13, 14 on white, but he get busy. Like, I like some of the new dudes. Matty Ox.
Yeah, just
Yeah. He get it shaking. I like new dudes. I just don't like, and I don't want to call it mumble rap because some of them songs be rocking too.
Yeah.
But like, I just don't like Yachty. I don't think he can rap. I don't think his flow is comfortable, and I ain't knocking him. I respect his hustle. He getting paid. Get paid, little nigga, young nigga, get paid. But I'm just saying that ain't what I'm listening to. Today, I'm listening to Nipsey, you know? I'm listening to, I'm trying to think of somebody underground, but that's still mainstream, but that ain't a cheat code because I personally know. I listen to my Fred the Godson, my homie Fred the Godson.
Keep it like when we come back, we're going to talk about the cheat codes. You're tuned into the Media B Show. I am still here with Money Carsin. Right now we're talking about who we rocking out with today. Yeah, we already got his opinion on the little guys. Little Pump, Little Yachty.
I rock with 6ix9ine.
Yeah, I'm not even going to
I'll tell you
front.
that.
I cautiously played one of his tracks, and I was like, I like it.
Yeah, me too. I don't know what it is about. Got the
I
sticky,
know what it is.
got the sticky. When he said that, I was like, yeah, I'm on it.
Like, I listen to rock, and I'm all into like the passion behind it, and that's what I feel from him.
Now, it was a whack album only because it wasn't an
I didn't
album.
listen to the whole album.
And
it's
not his fault. He don't know what an album is because he's not an artist. He an entertainer. I'll even give him rapper because sometimes he be talking. Okay. It's all gangster talk. It is what it is. But he did 10 songs and put them out. Like, that was the album. He didn't be like, his album ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? But singles, I rock with it. I am knocking it.
What about Migos? How you feel about Migos?
They got certain records that I like. Stir Fry, I went nuts for that record before it was on NBA TV and all that. When I first heard it the first time, I was like, now that's a banger. I didn't even realize Pharrell produced it, but that one, that's hard.
Yo, Migos got me feeling like everybody ad-libs. Now I'm like, if you don't got ad-libs, if you not cooing in the background.
Yo, but you know what's funny? And they did do that because for a while, if you really look at it, rappers were leaving the ad-libs alone. Jay-Z, Nas, and Kanye. Yes, look, Jay-Z, Nas, and Kanye were the main 3 people who stopped even doing dubs. You know how rappers will do dubs? Yeah. Voices, right? They were like, nope, you're going to get this one track all the way through, and I'm going to sound strong, and that's it. They were doing that, and a lot of people stopped doing ad-libs. Yeah. Migos brought ad-libs back.
The last person that I could recall doing ad-libs real strong was like an Eminem. Yeah. Then after him, it kind of like died out. And then when Migos is coming back again, it's like...
Right. Right.
Yeah, so they definitely...
Yeah, they got some joints. I don't knock their hustle. Yeah. And plus, you got to... People forget that it's like, it don't sound like me or us, but they talking the same talk, but they have different lingo, a different accent. And the Migos, if you... when you start to catch what they saying, sometimes they be talking. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes they saying some bullshit, but sometimes they be talking.
All right, so you mentioned a few underground artists you're into. What about the females? Is there any underground, up-and-coming female artists?
I got to shout out. Well, there's one underground female artist that she don't want to rap no more, but she dumb nice. Aww. Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of Ina Escobar. She used to be called Mommy Montana. Yo, Snacks know. She's amazing. Right now,
when did she stop?
A couple years ago.
Okay.
A couple years ago, yeah. The only thing that would bring her out of it,
it's lady season.
The only thing that would get her back to life is my next deal I sign. If I could sign her, she'll come back. But if not, she ain't beat for the drama, the politics. She's wrote records for people. She's been all through this industry, so she ain't. She's like, it was cool. You know what I mean? It didn't happen, but I did it, and it was cool. But you got the young girl J-Ma. I don't know if you heard of her. She's off and on too, but right now she's turning it back on. She's from Camden too. Okay. Yes, Spanish John. She's dope. I know she's about to drop a single with a video soon. She just shot it. I don't know, but I know she's nice. I forget her name though now. The Crip chick. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yo, she's nice. Independent. I seen her on Independent Dope. They said she moved over Cardi B, blah blah blah, because she Crip. But yo, she's dope. She can rap. She can rap, and I like Cardi too. You know what I mean? I'm forced to listen to Cardi because my daughter listens to Cardi. The clean version.
You gotta turn on the clean versions. I get mad when I gotta turn on the clean versions.
She only 12. She 12. I need the clean versions. Cardi, I need all clean versions. I like
Cardi. I think it's funny how people say it's like you're getting a package deal with her and Migos because she's starting to sound like Migos. But I'm like, what do you expect? That's her man. They're going to start sounding alike.
You know what I don't understand? I don't understand why she catching so much hate. Like, I don't agree with the hate that the Little Pumps and Lil, she want to be in the interview. You out of 16, shorty? You got a 16?
We in a crowded spot right now, but we making it work though.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, some of the flack like a Lil Yachty and a Lil everybody gets, I don't condone it, but I understand where they're coming from. I don't understand why people are so mad at Cardi B's success, though. Like, you know for a fact she was from the bottom. You've seen it when she was just social media famous. You saw some you know for a fact, like...
It's hate.
Yeah, but why?
She embodies...
She's not
I don't hate what you're doing. I hate that it's you.
You're right. Because it's like she don't mumble rap, so why is everybody so upset with her?
Everything we're talking about current music, specifically the hate and the flack that Cardi B and a lot of the current hip-hop artists is getting. I was just saying how I respect the older crew that could say that they don't like the mumble rap, just express their real opinion, but respect what the younger artists are doing.
Absolutely. And what I was saying was, people forget that they're getting older. So how can you say something's not real hip-hop if that's what the young kids is really into? Like, perfect example, when rap was going through that had to have a dance phase, when Soulja Boy was first blowing up. I was doing interviews then, and people were hating Soulja Boy, hating that, and I'm like, but why? Because I really know young boys that, we know young boys that dance like that, but that will take your whole head off, smooth off. Like, their gangster has nothing to do with their dance moves. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. And it's like, that's what they were into. So I never knocked it. Now, unfortunately,
I can't say the negative impact of that, because you're right. They're rapping about the stuff that they're into now.
Right.
Unfortunately, we're like in the middle of this huge drug epidemic and the popping the pills and all that stuff.
I think it's a cycle, though.
Yeah, so that's what the music is about, and then the younger generation, the kids are hearing that, and it just is making this whole drug cycle.
It's the same thing, it's just a worse outcome, because like, if you all right, so when my parents was coming up and it was about music, was whatever it was about, I don't know, making love, and that's why I'm here. So good looks, Teddy P and all y'all, but it's like they didn't like the gangster quote unquote rap drugs. I was listening to, right? Rapping about selling drugs,
doing drugs.
Right, so that's the worst outcome. But it's like, how many people like me went to jail? You grew up listening to that. You thought these is really the G code. This is really how it goes. And then it's like you fall victim to it, but now, like you said, this generation, what they fall victim to is way worse.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping it's a cycle that maybe we'll go back to the love making and then back to the selling drugs, and maybe we could skip this part of it next time. I don't know, but
maybe
it is what it is.
Yeah, keep it locked right here to the Media Beat Show.
Gang. With my head is whoa. Reppin' my gang.
It's another one.
On the rail, we done split meals. Couple nights at the same crib. After school, I would hit the drills, get a couple apes and a straight pitch. You just worried about flossing. We was worried about starving. Hard to digest it when I flex. It's like mellow scoring in the garden. Homie, this regular. Who really gassed you? Matter of fact, homie, who asked you? I'm looking past you, chasing his bag. Couple of flags, don't make them harass you. Pushing my buttons and get you nothing. They call me money, we chasing commas. I be with basic, we up to something. This gon' get ugly as Lil Mama. Just parting my manners, we played the man and slid to the Ville and got live. Couple of haters never could phase us when we around, it's high fives. Eye on the snakes, one hand on the rake, teaching my son to dot eyes. Wiz on the wheel, Bigs on the kill, we keep it sealed in my ride. See, I be with my headers, couple of dames, chasing his bag and repping my gang. Go get the paper, what I was told. You cool with them jingles? I need mine to fold, need mine to fold. Catch a flight and we touching down. Catch a check and we busting down. Out of state, still running town. Get a bag and we bust it down. Count it, count it, count it, count it up. Count it, count it, count it, count it up. Count it, count it, count it, count it up. Counting money, you can count on us. Catch a flight and we touching down. Catch a check and we busting down. Out of state, still running town. Get a bag and we bust it down. Count it, count it, count it, count it up. Count it, count it, count it, count it up. Count it, count it, count it, count it up. Counting money, you can count on us. Small few, I be counting on. Count us out, then you count it wrong. Camden, out to California. Be the eye, you around the storm. Watch, nigga, get you washed, nigga. Car wash, couldn't wash quicker. No case if my dog get ya. No chase for this hard liquor. Palm itching where the cash at. It's PayPal over cash apps. It's straight cash over bullshit. It's she shack over ass cap. Couple calls, hit the button on. iPhone got a block, clowns up the block hot. No hopscotch, hit the chop shop right across town. I've been on my hustle, putting in work, no gym for the muscles. Pushing the weight, it was trouble. They kicked in the door, then busting my bubble. Back in my lane, no money in my lingo. Cool across the board, calling out bingo. They do the most, I do my thing, no. Married to the game, don't wear a ring, no. See, I be with my hitters. Couple of dames, chasing his bag and repping my gang. Go get the paper, what I was told. You cool with them jingles? I need mine to fold, need mine to fold. Catch a flight and we touching down. Catch a check and we busting down. Out of state, still running town. Get a bag and we bust it down. Count it, count it, count it, count it up. Count it, count it, count it, count it up. Count it, count it, count it, count it up. Counting money, you can count on us. Catch a flight and we touching down. Catch a check and we busting down. Out of state, still running town. Get a bag and we bust it down. Count it, count it, count it, count it up. Count it, count it, count it, count it up. Count it, count it, count it, count it up. Counting money, you can count on us.
It's the Media Beat. I'm here with Money Carsin, and we are talking about this new single. Go ahead and tell us when it's dropping.
The single, Count It Up, dropping May 21st. Video and single, audio everywhere, Spotify, Tidal, all the good stuff. But you know what is crazy? I just realized this is the first interview I've done since J. Cole dropped ATM.
Oh, okay.
Now, just to give you some background on Count It Up, I cut the record last year. I have proof that I cut the record last year. I have snippets of me in the studio from last year. You know what I'm saying? But you know, right, if you know really how to drop a record, and its timing is everything and your situation is everything. So I was prolonging it because I was getting the situation right. We flew to Cali and shot the video. Basic Beats, he produced it, he came with us. Didn't like the video, so we scrapped it and we did another one out here in Camden. Shout out to Mogul Monopoly, Quest guy, he shot the video from Trenton. And so now, you know, and my situation is lining up. Who's distributing it, the whole nine. Yeah. So I'm dropping it anyway, but the hook is count it, count it, count it, count it up. And then J. Cole drops count it up, count it up. Now, I'm not saying Cole jacked me, but I am saying that somebody heard that. Whoever
heard the hook.
Yeah, who brought him that record? Who brought him that idea? Yeah. Somebody did. And it's cool because it happens.
And
you know what I'm saying?
What? It could just be mine because the single is called ATM.
Right,
so.
right. But if I stole a song, I'd change the name of it too. But I'm not accusing him of stealing it. I'm not. I'm just playing. I'm going to drop my joint regardless. Yeah, I can't. I lose more money fighting that case than I'll make off that John. Keep doing your thing. I ain't tripping. Yeah. But I'm still going to drop it. May 21st it comes out. I'm working on the Mogul Mode Continues album. I don't have a date for that yet because I'm not done. I'm just finishing up recording. I got to have a session with my homie Pop Tracks, Leon Huff Jr., before I close that project or he going to go crazy on me. But yeah, I mean, it's wrapped up. We got Funch album, My Turn, dropping May 28th, exactly a week after my single dropped. So we got a lot, man. My partner Jay Biggs, he's finishing up his Burgundy Bandit project. But I know I just plugged all that promo in and you only asked me about the single. But the single's coming May 21st. Count it up. If you check me on Instagram or wherever you catch me out on the internet, you'll see snippets, little snippets from the video. The video, the energy is right. Everything is at Money Carsin. The key is how you spell Carsin. It has to be Carsin. If you spell it S-O-N, a whole bunch of goofiness is going to pop up, and you're going to think I'm not really an artist.
the goofy
Yeah,
down.
yeah. Use the I and turn your goofy down. That's the best. That's my motto.
All right. Well, you brought it up. You brought up J. Cole's new album with his I don't know. I always loved J. Cole. My thing with J. Cole was like, oh, I like what he's saying, but he has more money now. Why does he keep using these struggle beats? But it works. It works for him.
I think it's
Are you
him.
digging what he's the conscious?
I am. It's not an album that you would play every weekend or on a Friday
It's
night
not a
before
party.
you go out.
No,
Right.
No.
But it is an album that's needed. It's a vibe that's needed. At the right time,
Yeah.
that album is the right move. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I like what he's doing. I guess he stays on the struggle beats because that's his strongest pocket. Like,
That's
you
his
can't
strength.
help what you like. You know what I mean? There's certain beats that I hear and it's like, that's how I like, you know what I mean, to talk my talk on. So when you're J. Cole and you going platinum with no features, you make the music that
Just
you
leave
truly
it.
want. Whatever
Exactly.
you want to hear is what
Stay
you
in your
make.
lane.
Yeah. He's not looking for, let me get this club record or I need this radio record. He like, nope, this how I'm coming. This is how it is. I respect it.
Yeah. What'd you think of that video he dropped, Kevin's Heart? With Kevin Hart's actually in the video.
That's not the ATM joint, right?
No,
I didn't
it's
see
the
that.
ATM.
I didn't see
Okay.
that. I've been ripping and running. I was just up till 8:30 in the morning in the studio in Long Island with the Giants, the
man.
producers. Yeah, I'm hurting. I don't know what day it is. I don't, but I'm
It's
here.
all right. That's what you do when you got projects dropping.
Right. I got to shout them out one time too, man. Shout out to the Giants production team in New York City. They got a lot of strong current placements.
Okay.
I just cut like 6 records with these guys.
Yo.
When I tell you they top notch from top to bottom. The hospitality, the quality, the studio, the vibe, from food to all the necessary ingredients for the studio survival kit, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, hands
No,
down,
I
they
don't,
do it.
But I imagine you're talking about like late night snacks and stuff.
Exactly. Plenty of iced tea, plenty of Doritos. They do Domino's out there heavy. I love it. I
I
love it.
knew that was the plug.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Keep it locked right here. You're listening to the Media V Show. I am still here with Money Carsin.
Yeah.
So this week, or depending on when you're listening to this, Meek Mills was released from prison. So like a lot of people, I know he's going to come out with music. Do you think his musical direction is going to change on a conscious level?
I hope not.
We hope not.
I hope not. There's a way, if that's how he's feeling, it will to some extent. Let me not say I hope not. I hope he doesn't come out the gate and do a full-blown Black Panther record. Like, I don't, that's not real. That's not
Yeah,
authentic.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
mean, he
like,
did 5 months.
right,
like,
you're pushing it, you're
Mandela.
pushing it too hard, you know? I think it's definitely some things he should address. I think he will. If he does it in the right format, it'll be cool. It needs to be in a regular song and just a couple of bars each verse about it, and everybody wins. You know what I'm saying? He can't come out with the Colin Kaepernick mixtape. It's not going to work.
Well, I'm like, okay, besides the music, I can't wait to see like his feet on the ground. Like, he could keep the music the same, but if I see this brother's face like in the news all the time, down at Congress, beating the street on reform, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I was about to say, if he does that, then honestly, he can drop the Colin Kaepernick
that's what
mixtape. If he's going to really put his all into it, then I respect it.
That's what I wanna
But
see.
if he's just, going to get back to his motion, he should address it and leave it be. Or address it little by little
I think he should
until...
dress it little by little. He shouldn't shock everybody and like change his name
Yeah,
and everything all at once.
don't
Like,
become
no.
Mos Def. Yeah,
I agree with
stay
you
Meek
saying, dropping a
Mills.
few lines,
Yeah.
but like totally separating the music from what he's doing socially. But I think he should.
It would be the smartest thing for him to blend it in, you know?
Yeah.
Like, when I was coming up, I caught a lot of heat from my mom about my message. And what I used to tell her was, like, I'm not going to be out here preaching something I'm not living. I'm not going to tell you to better yourself unless I'm bettering myself. You know what I'm saying? So right now, Mom, unfortunately, I'm a scumbag, and I'm rapping scumbag stuff. Like,
The conversation every mother.
as I mature, Mom, my message will become clearer. And it's like, if you listen to my stuff now, verse now, I'm dropping gems every now and then. I'm not ODing. None of my fan base or my listeners are like, oh, he's getting all righteous now. Nah, it ain't that deep. some stuff I need to say because it's how I'm feeling that day at that moment. And if that's how I'm living, then I'm going to say how I'm living. You know what I mean? But I can't give you this speech if I don't believe this speech.
Yeah.
So hopefully he just sticks to what he believes, you know what I'm saying? And let the music come out organically that way.
Exactly. I believe if he really truly believes in the cause, everybody's going to feel it.
Right. Don't force it. It's like basketball. Don't force it.
Yeah.
Don't be Westbrook. You know what I mean? I know he's getting triple doubles, but he's forcing it all the time. Don't be Westbrook.
Oh, man. So Meek is out and Cosby's in.
Oh, my God. That broke my heart. Not Heathcliff. I don't know, man. It's tough because it's like no part of me wants to admit that Bill Cosby was raping women, especially since he didn't have to. Like, you Bill Cosby, as you 80 years old right now, and you could still grab something nice from the old head bar just for being Bill Cosby. So it's like, why? But then it's like, I don't know if he did it or if he didn't, and I don't have an opinion. I didn't.
Well, he admitted he did it.
Did he really?
He admitted giving the women pills.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, I told you I'm out of it. I've been out of it lately.
He admitted, he didn't admit that his intent was to drug.
Why would he admit that?
Or Quaaludes, those old, back in the day drugs.
Why would he admit that? Who was his lawyer? Who was his lawyer? Somebody should have took his phone. Why would he admit
back
that?
Back in the day, muscle relaxers he was giving them. But you know what? I seen something on social media with Eddie Griffin. So I'm like, oh yeah, I feel just like you. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. But Eddie was like, each of these women did admit to going back to a married man's hotel room, which is something in itself. But as a woman, I do want to bring up the fact that sometimes women mistake the wrong things as like safety. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, he's
it's just
married.
Bill Cosby.
He's
married. Who doesn't want to hang out with Bill Cosby? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he only has a script upstairs waiting for me.
Yeah, Heathcliff wouldn't do that. But see, I don't know, because then it's the other like before I knew that he admitted it. It's like on the same token as I'm like, I don't want to believe it. I got a daughter, so I don't have a high tolerance for that at all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's that clip of that lady doing her selfie cam, and she's got her drink, and you see the dude at the party pop her. Yo, listen, I'll go to jail. Let that have been my daughter or somebody I even know. I know you now personally. Let that have been you. I'm going to go into jail.
Yo, my drink is like this.
Yeah, yo, that was crazy. And it's like, bro.
You know how much money I'm going to waste? Like, with drunken drinks?
First of all, let's talk about how dumb that guy is. Number one, on that clip, it's clearly an all-white person party.
And you can see his face.
You black. First of all, you already standing out, my nigga. You already standing out. You cannot be sneaky at this party. You are the token.
Yo.
And then, like, you don't realize that she's holding her phone? You that thirsty for
that?
You
probably thought it was a picture and maybe not a video.
Man, listen, out of all the girls in there raving, already drunk and smashed, some of them on pills themselves. Why?
What's the point?
He deserves whatever he gets.
And see who you see.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody's drunk. You've seen it in the clip. Yeah. You're going to end up with somebody. Don't force it. Don't Westbrook.
I think it's what Cosby. I definitely think it was like a control thing.
Think so?
I mean, because I believe you. He was rich, handsome. We're talking about 30 years ago in the 80s. I'm pretty sure plenty of women would have slept with him. Like, married or not.
Hands down. Right. That's what I'm saying.
So
it confuses
why
me.
Do you need to
confuses me. Yeah, because somebody told him, yo, give her these. It'll be even better. Yeah. And he fell for the okie doke. It's crazy. But yeah, that broke my heart, man. Not remember that cartoon he used to have?
Fat Albert?
No, the other one. Yes, Fat Albert, but he used to draw with that pen that made noise in between Fat Albert sometimes. I forgot what it's called. My memory is sharp, when it comes to certain things. Yeah, that's Cosby. That's Heathcliff. I wanted to deliver babies when I was a kid because of the Cosby Show. Until I saw
in the clip with Eddie Griffin. That's what he said. He said, "Yo, Cosby sent millions of black kids to school, even though if he didn't pay for it, he showed all these black people that
I
it
wanted
was
to be what's it called, an obstetrician, right? Yeah. Ask my mom. Yep. At
cool.
Edie Gardner. Ask her on Instagram. Yo, I swear. And then I saw a baby be delivered when I was in like the fifth grade. No, I tapped out.
Grade, that's too young.
Yeah, listen, fifth grade I saw it. Sixth grade I started playing basketball. Like, forget that doctor stuff. Yo, I'm cool on that.
Oh man. So how young were you when you started rapping?
Well, I used to freestyle for fun.
Okay.
My uncle had this attic. My uncle got 4 sons. That's actually who, when we had the video on BET, that's who we had the independent label, HF Records. So 2 of my cousins, they always rap. They was nice too. I just used to play around with it, and we would battle in the attic, and that's it. But I mean, I was probably like 16 when we did that, but I never really tried to write a rap or nothing like that. I started really rapping, and you know what's crazy? I don't think I've ever said this on an interview either. I started really rapping when I was probably like 19 I was probably 19 because I transferred. I was playing college ball, and the point guard whose spot I took actually ended up becoming real tight friends. So what happened was there was a guy that was going to my school, and he was from Newark, and he was signed to Def Jam. And everybody was telling me how nice he was. And one night, everybody was in the hall. My room was the popping room, door open, music blasting. So he rapping, and he was trash, to be honest with you. Where I'm from, me and my homies, if you trash, it's against the code to tell you nice. So I'm not going to tell you nice because your boys, they say, yo, he nice, right? I said, no, he trash. So he felt some type of way and tried to battle me. Lucky for me, I wasn't no rapper, but I could battle from battling my cousins. I trashed him in front of the school, trashed him, right? So now niggas is on my heels like, yo, I ain't know you rapped. And I'm like, yo, I ain't know either. So, but they want to hear more. So there was a radio station at my school too. So I would run down there every other couple of weeks and just rap, and people would go crazy. The school would call in crazy, and they're like, yo, this guy's nice. So I'm like, maybe I am nice. So the guy whose position I took ended up being my man's. He like, yo, I got somebody I want you to meet. So we hop in his car one day after practice. He was from Brooklyn. He takes me to Manhattan. We get in front of this big building. I don't know where I'm at. This lady comes down. Come to find out, it was a lady from Interscope Records. So we jump in her car. She puts a beat on. She got some artist that was signed to her in the front seat. I just remember his watch was crazy. I'm like, I need a watch like that. So she like, let me hear something. All I know is the freestyle. So I'm rapping my ass off. Woo, 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 woo. She turns it off like, yo, that was hot. What's the hook? I said, what's a hook? I didn't know what no hook was. I wasn't trying to rap. I was playing college ball. So she like, what? I'm like, I don't know. My man
was probably waiting the whole time.
Yes. Like, all right, where's it? So my man's just like, yo, that was off the top. She said, that was off the top. So she put on another beat. I freestyled again. She puts the car in drive. She drives around New York City. I don't know where I'm going. I'm 19. I'm chilling. She pulls up to another building. She calls, they come down. DMX comes down.
Oh, snap.
I spit for DMX. He told me I was nice. That's all I needed to hear. Because at this point in time, DMX was the king of the world. He had movies out. He had everything. Everything he touched was smoke. And he said I was dope. So I went back to my cousins because they was already rapping. One of my cousins in the mall had bumped into Ghostface, spit for Ghostface. Ghost gave him his number and all. So, like, they was official. I'm thinking I'm the worst one. Let's just be a group and we can get on because I don't want to learn how to rap. I just want to rap with y'all. And that's when I started taking it serious. So probably when I was like 19.
That's hard.
You know?
You got any advice?
Yeah, stay in school and be a doctor. Don't rap. Stay in school or write your raps while you stay in school. Be a doctor. You got money now to put yourself out there. Put yourself out there the right way. And then go ahead and say, F being a doctor. Now be a rapper. But for as long as it took me to try to blow up, I could have been a doctor already. I got a record. I could have been a doctor. Could have went hard in school. Maybe I could have been a lawyer. But I had to hit the streets and act a fool. I want that paper. My advice is stay in school and be a doctor. Lie to you not. Yep. This rap thing will ruin your life twice before you make it. It will. It did. Ask me anything. It ruined your life twice before you make it. We was on BET and all that, and then life ruined.
Well, tell me about the time when you were going to quit, when you were really about to walk away.
Oh, it's been a couple times, man. But you know what's crazy? Like, I don't go to church. I grew up in the church, but I don't go to church. But I pray every day. I pray before every session. Like, people might not think that. We pray before every show, touch and agree. I'm into it. But what was the question again? My bad.
Tell me about one time when you were really about to walk away.
Got you. Every time I'm about to quit, something crazy happens. One time I was about to quit to the point I was telling my homies, like, bro, I'm tapped out. I don't have no more energy for this. I got to be a better dad. Like, I can't do it. And this was a Thursday, and I remember distinctively, Thursday night I prayed. I said, God, I need to know if I should keep rapping or if I should just be a construction worker. Like, maybe go get a job to make some more money and leave it at that. I said, I need a clear-cut sign on my kids' life, on my life, on my career. The very next day, I go to work. We taking the young boys home. I get a call from a number I don't know. Anybody that's listening that know me know I don't answer numbers I don't know. I answer it for some reason. It's this homie, one of my New York homies named LDJ. I didn't have his number saved. I did a record with him 6 months ago. Record was on Power 105 the whole night, but it didn't blow up. He hits me and he goes, yo, Redman came to the stew last night. He heard the record. He loved it. He hopped on. We shooting a video on Sunday. We shooting a video in Brooklyn on Sunday. Can you make it? Of course I can. I'm on a record with Redman. You feel me? Every time I'm going to quit, I ask for some type of sign and something like that happens. It never fails. It's never nothing even minor where I could be like, that was already going to happen. It's something that's just crazy like that. So honestly, that's the last time I tried to quit. So that was probably like 2012, 2013. I'm not going to sit here and act like I ain't have hissy fits where I'm like, I ain't doing this no more. Like, that might have happened a couple weeks ago, but the last time
talk about that though.
The last time I really like had that feeling that I was going to leave it alone was 2012. And since then, I just keep catching level ups. You know, it ain't as fast as I want it, but it's concrete step ups. Like, I just cut a record the other night where the first line of the second verse is, I remember praying for an A&R. Now I'm chilling with the VPs at the majors, dog. Like, that's all facts. I remember we had plenty of nights where we had all this good music, and I'm like, bro, how do we get this meeting? We're calling, we're bum rushing builders. How do we? Now, when I go to Cali, I could call Warner Brothers, like, yo, I'm in town, I'm pulling up. And they're like, bring some new music. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Caitlin Craig at Warner Brothers. I can hit the ball from, every time I hit the ball, St. Haraway, he a big dog at Republic. Republic's #1 label. When I hit him, he responds. When I'm in his office, I can kick my feet up, play the music. Like, it's progress. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's
so
definite progress.
I cannot. I remind myself half of the things that I accomplished. Like, if God forbid I go more further in the music industry, I still got a list of stuff that I did that is probably over 1 million niggas that want to rap and want to do. Like, who? You know, a lot of people that did shows in Mexico or performed in the DR. We shut the club down in the DR, did we not? We tore it up in the DR. You know what I'm saying? I just got, last December, I was at Center Stage Theater, big theater in Atlanta. I got to tear that down. I tore it down. Like, so my bucket, I got video and song with Redman, like the legend. I could call Lords of the Underground right now. I had Naughty by Nature at one of my shows in Newark. Like, I can't complain. I can't complain.
That's what it's all about. You know, doing what you love until it works for you.
Right.
If it don't.
And the music checks could pay a couple bills now, because I know what I'm doing now. Like, before, when me and him used to like run up and down when I was writing for Gloria Velez, and I wrote a song for Cisco before. When we was going back and forth, I ain't know nothing about publishing, the points and all that. I was getting ripped.
Good, but you learned quick.
I was just getting, I get take a little couple dollars or whatever they had for me, or the experience, and run with it. Now it's like, I know what I'm doing. You know, I get a pub check every 3 to 4 months. I get a pub check, a real check. Streams, shows, royalties, all that. Shout out to CSAC, by the way. Shout out to CSAC. I love CSAC. That'd be my advice for young artists. Get CSAC if you can.
Now,
don't get BMI. It's another third party. It's not BMI. It's not ASCAP. BMI and ASCAP and CSAC. They're all pub companies. So if I'm gonna put a record out, and you BMI or ASCAP or CSAC, I got to give you the record first. You can code it, log it. That way, no matter who plays your record across the map, right? That's what the pub companies do. Well, those 3 pub companies do. Everybody always runs the BMI and ASCAP because they're the main two. BMI and ASCAP will do their job, but they're going to serve the biggest name first. So if you're not making me $1 million, I'm going to get to your $300-400 check when I get to it. You understand what I'm saying?
You get paid when you get paid.
CSAC, they look at the bottom man on the totem pole first. They want to make sure you get your 150 right now so that you could do whatever you might need to do with it. And these rich dudes, we're going to get them their check later. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and
that's how it should be. You know, Cardi B ain't sitting there waiting for her next meal to come through.
Right. CSAC takes care of me, man. Shout out to James Leach. That's my point guy at CSAC. I had a big show in Cali last February, and he came to the show. He didn't have to come to the show. You know what I'm saying? And before he left the building, he grabbed me and said, make sure you log that one. You did a great, you know what I mean? Like, I love CSAC. So if you up and they don't take, you can't just, BMI ASCAP, you could never have to have wrote a song and you could sign up right now.
Wow.
A lot of people don't
just
know
for
that.
Future, like,
I'm going to be a writer. I'm signing. CSAC, you got to send them some music. You got to send them some material. I've directed people there and they hit me like, yo, I can't, they're not even accepting my application right now. So it's like, but when you win, they work for you. Yeah, they work for you.
That's what's up. Yo, so once again, shout out your social media.
Everything Money Carsin, Money. If you can't spell money, we don't need to talk, first of all. But Money Carsin, Carsin, on Instagram, on Twitter, anything. Just search me there. I'ma be there.
Yes, and keep it locked to the Media B Show because we will be playing Count It Up
Yeah.
and other music from Money Carsin. Keep it locked right here. You're listening to the Media B Show. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Media B Show. If you're not already, please follow me on social media. I am on Facebook and Instagram as The Media B and on Twitter as The Real Media B. Don't forget to click like and subscribe for notifications of all my latest interviews.